Hello, everyone, from snowy Boston. This is TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football Podcast. Welcome to a brand new edition of Turkish Football Podcast. Next 15 minutes, we'll recap what happened in the week 23. We'll preview what's going to be happening starting today on Wednesday. The Turkish teams are playing in the European competitions. So first in the Champions League on Wednesday. On Thursday, there's two Turkish teams that represents Turkey will play their European matches, second leg matches on Thursday. So let's get started with the week 23 recap it for you. A lot of surprise stuff happened in the week 23. Week 23 started on Friday and ended on Monday with Fenerbahce Kasımpaşa match, and in the week 23 there were only 18 goals scored. Very low goal scoring in the Turkish Super League. Well, the biggest news was on Saturday when Konyaspor beat Galatasaray in Konya. This was the second defeat for Galatasaray from the Anatolian team. As you probably remember, Kocaelispor was the first team that beat Galatasaray. Now, that happened on Saturday, while Trabzonspor on Sunday won their match in Gaziantep, and they beat Gaziantep 2-1. Now the Trabzonspor has very little hope for the first place, but they have a chance in the remaining next 11 weekends. We're going to talk about the 4th, 5th place teams that will probably pressure Trabzonspor for the 3rd place in the meantime. But the biggest score came up after Galatasaray shocking loss in Konyaspor. And everyone thought that on Monday, when Fenerbahce, in front of their own fans, by the way, the Fenerbahce fans did not show up for this match. The stadium was not full because the loss against Nottingham Forest, 3-0 in Istanbul, really pissed off a lot of Fenerbahce fans. Going into this match, Fenerbahce, everyone thought that they were going to even up the points with Galatasaray and capture the first place because Fenerbahce is still undefeated after week 23. What happened? The whole 90-minute Fenerbahce team looked very bad. They were unorganized, and the coach, Tadio, did not do anything from the sideline. He was lost also like the players. But when the injury time came in, 11 minutes, 90 plus 5 minutes, Asensio scored a goal, and everyone thought that Fenerbahce was going to capture the first place and be on top of the Turkish Super League, on top of Galatasaray. Guess what happened? In the 90 plus 11 minute, last minute, and Kasımpaşa, the team who's desperate for points, scored a goal on a huge mistake by defense by Fenerbahce, and Kasımpaşa tied the match. Fenerbahce is still undefeated, but this was the goal. It was missed chance by Fenerbahce. Probably this golden 2 points they will miss at the end of the year, because when you at the match that you're going to even up the points with Galatasaray and go on top of the Turkish Super League, the way they played soccer, football, the whole 90 minutes, the whole team, from starting goalkeeper Edison. So what's going to happen after this match? Fenerbahce has a lot of injuries, and the goalkeeper is injured. He will not play against Nottingham Forest. We'll talk about that this coming Thursday, but they're pretty much out of the, after getting down 3-0 against Nottingham Forest. They need miracles in England. But let's talk about what happened after winning huge against Juventus 5-2. Galatasaray came home, traveled to Konya. Another case, every time this happens, when the Turkish teams play in the European competitions, you get different score, very surprising score in the Turkish Super League. That's what happened. But the thing is, as I've been saying on my podcast, the danger zone teams, relegation zone teams are playing, when they're playing against the big names, they play their hearts out. That's what happened with the new coach changing in Konya. Konyaspor beat Galatasaray, and Galatasaray did not look good at all. After winning one of the historical match against Juventus, first time in Turkish football history, the Turkish team scored 5 goals in the Champions League. And you come back and to play in the Turkish Super League, and you get this score. It upset a lot of Galatasaray fans. And we'll talk about their match coming up in the Champions League. But let me tell you on other story. Besiktas, as I said, until the winter window transfer period, Besiktas looked bad. Besiktas with the new transfers, especially the sensation South Korean football player, made a huge difference in the team as a striker. What a goal he scored this past weekend. Probably right now the best player on the Besiktas team. So Besiktas winning against Göztepe at home, they captured the 4th place from Göztepe. Between Besiktas, as I said before, Göztepe and Trabzonspor, and Those three teams are in the race for third place, while Trabzonspor still has a chance when Galatasaray lost golden 3 points and Fenerbahce lost 2 golden points at home. So what's going to happen if Trabzonspor keeps winning and these teams that plays in European competitions, teams like Galatasaray and Fenerbahce, maybe Trabzonspor could catch them, but it is the first place right now. It's a little further down. So the Onachu, the player that scores all the goals for Trabzonspor, who's the top goal scorer in the Turkish Super League. Now let's get to what will happen today, Champions League, and also on Thursday, Fenerbahce will play against Nottingham Forest, and Samsunspor will be at home on Thursday against North Macedonian team. Samsunspor looks good because they won the first match, away match, 1-0, so they will play at home on Thursday. On Wednesday, today, Galatasaray going to Torino, Italy, with a 5-2 score. Osman is back on the lineup, and he did not play against Konyaspor. He was rested. All these teams that doing rotations, that's what happened to Fenerbahce also in the week 23. You cannot do the rotations when you depend on your players to score goals for you. That's the case that happened with Osman with Galatasaray team. So pretty much 80% that Galatasaray will make the Sweet 16 and Champions League match, unless something miracle happens, because they have to be careful that first 15, 20 minutes, have to hold the defense, not let Juventus score quick couple goals in the first half or first 20 minutes. That is very crucial for Okan Buruk and Galatasaray team. So pretty much, as I said, Fenerbahce, after losing 3-0 against Nottingham Forest at home, and they're traveling to England, their chances very slim, but you never know. Samsunspor will be at home against North Macedonian team. They won the first match. And good luck to all the Turkish teams playing in the European competitions. Now, the week 24 will start on Friday. There will be 2 matches on Friday and 4 matches on Saturday and 3 matches on Sunday. There won't be any matches on Monday. Friday, week 24, will start with Trabzonspor hosting Fatih Karagümrük, another danger zone team that could be a trouble for Trabzonspor. The Fatih Karagümrük team is in the last place with 13 points. Another match on Friday, Başakşehir will host Konyaspor. Very crucial match for Konya again. They're desperate for points. As I said, from the 18th place team to a 10th place, the teams are in the danger zone. The points are very close starting this weekend, and it's going to be very crucial for a lot of teams. On Saturday, Kasımpaşa will be at home against Rizespor. Kasımpaşa with 20 points and Rizespor with 24 points. Kocaelispor will host Besiktas. Kocaelispor with 30 points, Besiktas with 43. It is a very crucial match for Kocaeli. Galatasaray will host Alanyaspor, another team with 26 points who's desperate for points. Galatasaray, the top team with 55 points, and the Göztepe will be in Izmir against Eyüpspor. Eyüpspor, who's in relegation zone with 21 points. Göztepe, who's in 5th place with 41 points. On Sunday, Gençlerbirliği, another relegation zone team with 23 points, will host another relegation zone team, Kayserispor, who has only 19 points. Antalya will be at home against Fenerbahce. Antalya, who's desperate for points, who's only with 23 points, and Fenerbahce, who's in 2nd place with 53 points. Samsunspor will be at home against Gaziantep. Samsunspor with 31 points and Gaziantep with 28 points. So looking at the week 24, you will see a lot of surprising scores when you start this week on Friday. It is very crucial for a lot of teams. The gap on top of the Turkish Super League is now only 2 points. You're looking at the points, 55 and 53. Galatasaray with 55 points. Fenerbahce with 53 points. Galatasaray plays on Saturday, and Fenerbahce will play on Saturday. But before that, Trabzonspor, who has 48 points, if they beat Fatih Karagümrük on Friday, they will make their point will be 51, and it will put pressure on Galatasaray and Fenerbahce before Saturday and Sunday matches. So it is very crucial for Fenerbahce after losing a lot of players. Ederson, the goalkeeper, is out. Talisca is out. Çağlar is out. Osterwaldo is out. Fred, Alvarez, and Skriniar. So those are the players that Fenerbahce will be missing when they play this Thursday against Nottingham Forest, also in the league match. So things are looking crucial for Fenerbahce right now. So that's pretty much it, and my time is almost up. You've been listening to TurkishSoccer.com's Turkish Football Podcast. My name is Ahmet Turgut. Follow me on X at Turkish Soccer. Also follow Turkish Football page on Facebook, Turkish Soccer, Turkish Football. You can also follow me on Instagram, Turkish Soccer. Whatever you do, listen to my podcast. Wherever you listen to your podcast, we'll talk to you after week 24, and I wish good luck.